morning, I'm Michael from Moat Monster Toys and Gaming, and if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. When I was a child, I always wanted the Evader and Darklon, the pilot, and this is part of the IRON Grenadiers line, so this is from gijoe, this is actually Cobra, and it's kind of like a battle cycle. I'm not sure about the bright yellow colour, doesn't really match Darklon inside, but very, very cool. We've got missiles that detach and fire, and the hood opens, and here is Darklon. Now, Darklon is Destro's cousin. He's a distant cousin, should I say, and always thought an absolutely fearsome looking Cobra character. Now, unfortunately, I never had him as a child. I had to pick him up just a couple of years ago because I just always wanted him as a kid. Now, this is the new classified version and just looks absolutely wicked in its box. And then there's a little picture of him on the back. Comes with like this big sort of claymore style sword. Not sure about the alternate head, I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, oodles of stuff. So picking him open, there you go, there's a quick look in the plastic. Now, I think Darklon looks brilliant. Comparing him to the original, I think one of my favourite features is they've still kept the knife on the same side of the boot, which I think is quite cool. I mean, it's an absolutely brilliant paint job. Obviously, we have a little bit more sort of the camo. Not sure how the camo works when you've got brightly coloured trousers on underneath, but Darklon is brilliant. So I really like the job that they've done with kind of all these sort of like leathery, padded patchy bits. We've got this really cool sort of shoulder pad, but one of my favorite features is I like the gloves. The gloves almost look like they've kind of got like little chainmail-y bits on them. Got these oversized kind of rockets on his shin. That actually is a little bit rubbery. I feel like that will move down if I put a little bit too much force on it, but it's the head. Darklon's head is absolutely impressive. I just think it's such a sinister looking character. Now, it is a shame that we haven't had a classified size Evader for Darklon to sit in, but we do have loads of other accessories. First up, we have Darklon's really big gun. Now, I'm not sure what the rockets are for because the rockets aren't going to fit in this, judging by the size of the barrel, but looks absolutely brilliant. It looks like it's kind of almost air pressured. And then we have a very, very cool knife. Almost looks a little bit like a ceremonial knife. And that will fit in nicely in the boot. And again, I really like the detail on the little sort of like boot sheath as well. Nice little pattern on it. But it is the sword and the scabbard that I think are absolutely wicked. So just looking at the scabbard alone, so we've kind of got string detailing, and then we've kind of got this intricate design on there. It looks brilliant. And then obviously there's a little peg on the back because it's going to fit right onto Darklon's back like so. So very, very cool. And look, like little holster while we're at it for his pistol. The sword is brilliant. Looks very, very much like it's going to be something out of Highlander. Nice little paint job on the gems either end. And again, I kind of like this kind of bird claw holding the gem in at the end. And this fits in very nicely, like so, on the back. Next up, we have this revolver. And that fits very nicely in this kind of back holster. There we go. Rubber was a little bit stuck, but nice little holster at the back. And then finally we have this alternate head. Now this is the bit that I'm not so sure of. I get it, it's kind of like a metal mask, kind of like a warrior mask. Really nice details on the top, like the tongue sticking out. But actually, I think if I was going to have one or the other, I'm going to display them with the original mask, just because it looks so much better. I think as a classified, this one absolutely knocks it out of the park. It's so wicked. It's really, really good. And I've got to say, they've been getting better and better, but this is one of the best in recent years. Really like how they've even captured the eyes the same as the original. Thank you very much for looking. Take care.